Hi everyone, we're going to go ahead and start with lesson 8.10, which is common fractions, multiplying common fractions, and mixed numbers. Let's just quick review. Sorry, Emma's right here, so if you hear any weird noises, she's taking my whiteboard from me, and she's being a goober. So let's quickly review what a mixed number is. For instance, this is just your typical common fraction, 2/3. Nothing abnormal about it. This, however, is a mixed number. Okay, here's why. You have your whole number combined with a fraction, 1 and 2/3. That's a mixed number. You're mixing a whole number and you're mixing a fraction. Mixed number. Okay, so today what you're going to be doing is you're going to be multiplying common fractions and mixed numbers together. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start right here with the step-in. Whoa. Anyways, it says Jamal buys 1 2/3 pounds of cooked turkey meat. 3/4 of the meat is used to make sandwiches. How many pounds of turkey are used to make the sandwiches? It says, we know, right here I'm reading what this little raccoon guy says. It says, I have to calculate 3/4 of 1 2/3. Sounds hard, but converting the mixed number to an improper fraction makes things easier. Oh my gosh, that would make so much more sense, guys, wouldn't it? If we were to just take that mixed number, which is 1 2/3, and convert it into an improper fraction, then we can just multiply our fraction straight across like normal. So let's go ahead and do that. We know we're trying to find 3/4 of 1 2/3. Okay? We know whenever we see that of sign, it really just means to multiply. Okay, so trying to find 3/4 of 1 2/3. All right, now I first need to convert this to an improper fraction. That means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So what we've been doing is we've been saying, okay, what's 3 times 1? 3. How many do I have as my numerator? 2. So let's go ahead and add that on. 3 times 1, 3, plus 2 more is 5. So you've got 5/3. Okay? So now I'm not multiplying by 3/4 by 1 2/3. I'm really multiplying 3/4 by 5/3. And I can just go ahead and multiply straight across. Okay? So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay? Now for most answers, you can't leave it as an improper fraction. You have to go ahead and convert it. Okay? So how many times does 12 go into 15? Well, it goes in 1 time with 3 left over out of 12. So my answer would be 1 3/12. Okay? Or, and I noticed when I'm reading this, it says right here, this little cat guy, it says 3/12. 3/12 is equivalent to 1/4. So 1 3/12 is equivalent to 1 1/4. Yeah, we've learned this a little bit. We've talked about simplifying. Just wait. We've learned this a little bit. We've talked about simplifying. So how we notice that 3 and 12 have something in common. Well, 3 goes into the both of them. So I know that this would be 1, and this would be, how many times does 3 go into 12? Well, 4. Oh boy. I'm not prepared to make a 4 that way. So my answer could also be 1 1/4. All right, let's go ahead and try a few more together. Let's start with this step up problem right here. We'll try this one, and then we'll try 2A together too, provided that Emma doesn't lose her mind down here. She thinks she needs to be fed. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. It says rewrite each equation by converting each mixed number to an improper fraction, then write the product. Remember, a product is just an answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, so it looks like we'll be doing 3/5 multiplied by 1 1/2. Okay, 3/5 multiplied by 1 1/2. So they said what we're going to do is we're going to find our mixed number. Well, it's not that one. It's this one. And we're going to convert it to an improper fraction first. Okay, so you're going to take 2 times 1, just 2, plus 1 more, which is 1. So I know instead of 1 1/2, we decided that was 3/2. Now I can just go ahead and multiply straight across. 3 times 3 is 9, and 5 times 2 is 10. Therefore, my answer is 9/10. Pretty simple. Okay, one last problem and then I'll leave you be. It says Paul buys 3, I'm working on this one, 2A right here. Sorry, I think I got her to be quiet. I gave her Cheerios, so maybe she'll leave me alone and be happy for a sec. Yeah, now you're happy. Yeah. All right, Paul buys 3 1/2 pound. Now I can't talk. Paul buys 3 1/2 pound bag of potatoes. 2/5 of the potatoes are used to make a potato bake. How many pounds of potatoes are used? So I know I'm trying to find, what is it? 2/5 of 3 1/2. Okay? 2/5 of 3 1/2. Now in order to do this, I need to find my mixed number, this one right here, and convert it to an improper fraction. So we take the denominator times the whole number. 2 times 3 is 6. Add on the numerator, we get 7. So I know my new fraction is 7 over whatever the denominator is. So I've got 2/5 multiplied by 7/2. Okay? That's going to give me the answer to the problem. 2 times 7 is 14, because remember when we're multiplying fractions, we just multiply straight across, there's nothing fancy. And 5 times 2 is 10. 14/10 is your answer. However, you're not done because you have an improper fraction, meaning the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So what you're going to have to do is see how many times 10 goes into 14. Well, it goes in 1 time, and how many are left over? Well, 4 out of 10. Therefore, your answer is 1 4/10. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to Zoom with you. And what I'm going to have you do this time that's a little bit different than times in the past is I'm going to have you check your work using the answer key and then record on the Google Slides how many you got right from this worksheet. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not going to have you do the step ahead. You're more than welcome to if you feel like you're ready for it. But I want you to grade the 10 that you have and then tell me back on your Google Slides how many you got correct. Okay? Good luck, guys.